Ah, hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Flezza. How are we doing today? I thought I was doing well, but I sat, well, let's just say today was a long day and kind of stressful um, before I sat down to stream. But I sat down and was getting the stream ready, and I thought, and I said, you know, I don't actually know what Sana has done with her tower or her observatory tower since like the initial skeleton. So I was kind of just coming up with a plan of how I was gonna, make it. And then I was like, well, wait a minute. I think at least there's currently a huge push, for her to complete it. I should look at, what is being done or, has been done so that I know what I need to do. And I looked at, so I saw a clip of, her and I think it was Fauna talking about, her tower. And I realized it's made out of glowstone and glass. Not stone. Which really sucks because this weekend, what I did is, you can see I kind of completed this first layer. I made this entire shulker box of stone bricks. And hang on, let's go to the second floor here. I got to this floor, and I built all 8 pillars out of wood to the sky. You can see I even built a little tree farm here to help me, harvest all that wood as I continue to work here. And I also deforested a little more and all that jazz. But yeah, like I said, then I just realized that she's making the thing out of glass with glowstone accents. I do not have that amount of glass with glowstone accents. So, most of that work that I did over the weekend to kind of help prepare myself for today's stream has been mostly for naught. Now, I realize, I might make some tweaks to how she's designed it, simply because I like my. I know this is gonna sound weird, and it's not exactly 100% foolproof, but I kind of like my Minecraft structures to have some semblance of architectural stability. So I think I might use these stone bricks as, let's call it additional support pillars, in addition to the wood here. And I also realized that this pillar and this pillar here are not in line with these 2 pillars. They're in line with these 2 pillars, but they're not in line with these 2 pillars. So this side is a little bit off because this one is aligned with this one, and those are aligned with those, and those are aligned with those. I didn't complete a proper circle, well, ellipse. But then I was like, you know what? By the time I realized that I had constructed all 8 pillars, these were actually the last 2 that I put up, and I was like, I'm not fixing it at this point. Nope, not fixing it at this point. So, yeah, so today what we're going to do, we're actually going to go... Oh, crap. There we go. We're going to head back to the warehouse, because that's where the nether portal access is. We're going to go into the nether and first of all repair our tools and a few bits of armor. Because we haven't done that since we came out to the position of the observatory. Now we went directly south. So it should be directly north. We should find the warehouse. Let's pull up my coordinates list, just in case I've forgotten. No, should be this way. Another... Yep, there it is. There's the slime pit. There's the Monopoly board. Here is the nether portal. So we're going to go into the nether here. Repair our tools. That's our first objective here. I actually haven't seen Athloniel on in a bit, so I don't know if he's planning on finishing this gold farm slash experience farm slash, because I think he's building this as a gold farm, and I didn't even touch them, but they are mad at me. Let's oh, yes, and you might have noticed that my level is in the garbage right now because I accidentally fell after constructing one of the pillars and died. So, fun times. But, you know, we're here now. We've repaired our shovel, which is good for the amount of sand that we'll have to find and gather. Fortunately, because we already need sand for the Ocean Monument. See, I know what I'm talking about. The Ocean Monument project. We already have a desert that we can go to. So let's go to the desert. And we'll gather up some sand. We've got 3 shulker boxes on us. That should be a good quantity of sand. To get started, at least. I don't know if we'll even fill all the shulker boxes tonight for the stream, but we'll work on it. I could just commandeer some of the sand from the Ocean Monument project, but you know, that's sand we specifically, well, we've already specifically gotten for that project, so I don't want to repurpose it just yet. That's going to require a lot still, too. It's quite insane how much sand it takes to drain the ocean around an ocean monument. Oh, let's turn the sound back on. Be useful if we ever get attacked by monsters in the desert when we're out here mining. So yeah, I think I'll take some, we'll say, creative liberties with my version of the tower, but I also want to try and maintain some faithfulness to the tower it's being based off of. So that's why we're gonna do it this way. So let's reset our point here. Take advantage of this. This is clearly Athlonio's work. Just feels like him. So let's set our shulkers here. We'll just attack the sand this way, I guess. I'm glad that for the actual tower, you know, I don't, like I said, I don't know if it's completed at the moment, but I like how they're all kind of coming together to help her complete it. Really kind of special, you know. Oh, there's water. Aha, there's a river here. Well, let's do some work on clogging this river. Some. What was I saying? Oh yes, I'm glad they're kind of coming together to help her complete her tower. Like the clip I watched the second clip, and it's like, oh, I need 15,000 glass for the tower. 15,000 glass. Okay. But apparently, like, I don't know whether it's, you know, recently or, you know, or how recently it is, but apparently Crony and Muna like came together and have really been harvesting all the sand needed for 15,000 glass. So that's really special. And Hollow Star Zen, you know, has been announced. That's exciting. And we just had, well, I guess, Case on redebuting. I don't know how many debuts has she gone through. And we had someone else debut alongside her this past weekend. That was cute. I didn't get to watch those debut streams, but I've seen some of the important clips, I guess you could say, especially from Nazuno. I forget. I'm forgetting in the moment what her name is. But the not Petan. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's gather up some sand. Sand is... I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and gets everywhere. Let's offload some of our sand. All right. Gather up all the sand you can. I'm actually kind of... I'm actually kind of really excited for... I was, you know, thinking about, you know, the Hollow Stars EN debut coming up next weekend. I'm not going to be able to catch them live, I think. Or maybe we'll end at least our Friday stream here in time to catch the Friday debuts. But I'm kind of excited to have them, because for me, I think I've said this before, and if I haven't, well, it's a nice moment, I guess, to explain it. If it's not clear already, I am not proficient at all. I will say at all with Japanese, so it's very hard for me to kind of get invested with not only the Hololive talents, Japanese Hololive talents, but even more so the Hollow Stars talents, because at least the Hololive talents have the English branch currently, or at least I guess you could say the the not exclusively Japanese branch, because a couple members can speak Japanese to some extent, or other languages, there's not really, and I mean, I'm not saying that they aren't capable of, but there's not, in my opinion at least, been a heartfelt, maybe too strong of a word, a strong attempt for there to be good male VTubers. I mean, I don't know the particulars of the Niji Sanji crew, but I know, even though I've heard there are guys among their EN number. I'm not as familiar with their talents. So it's a good thing, and I feel like, and this may be some bias here, but I feel like Hololive, it has one of the strongest VTuber, not necessarily, I mean, market shares, definitely, I would say, is a good way to describe it, but I would say brand recognition, personally. They have, strong brand recognition when it comes to VTubers. They have many, popular ones and all that. You can almost, name a VTuber, and the odds that they're a Hololive member are probably a lot higher than most. I don't know. This may just be because, like I said, some partial bias on my part. But that's just the way I kind of feel thinking about it. Crap, all these zombies and husks and coming out of the woodwork. Yeah, it may not be fair to the independents or the other companies that do a lot or have a lot of VTubers, but that's just the way I kind of feel about it. You know, I'm not saying that my way is right. But it certainly kind of feels that way almost. So having, where am I going with this? So having, you know, male VTubers, you know, associated with this highly recognizable brand is a good thing in my opinion, because especially, you know, like I said, going with the EN branch of Holostars for this, I feel it's a good thing because, you know, then maybe there will be future generations and such. And hey, maybe, you know, maybe Hololive will support your bro Flezza here. I don't know. That's probably a pipe dream. Though, I don't know if I should say this. You know what? I will. I will say this. Because nothing happened. You know, nothing has happened. Let's pick up all this sand that's just lying around first. I actually have auditioned before for Hololive. Well, I suppose Hololive Productions, but I guess for Stars, I could have been potentially one of Holostars EN's first members. But apparently they decided not to go, you know, clearly they decided not to go with me. I guess you could even say, you know, not that I don't mind doing it solo, but part of the reason that I started this channel, part of the reason, was to kind of, you know, prove to myself, you know, first and foremost, because I didn't know if I could do this. You know, I hadn't done streaming like this before. But part of the reason I started the channel was to prove to myself that I could be a VTuber, basically. And possibly keep up with the demands, well, some of the demands of being a VTuber. You know, can I stream routinely throughout a week? You know, can I make content, basically? And I'm not going to say I've done the best job at all points in time, but I think I've proven to myself that I can at least make content. Whether it's good content or not is up for debate, you know. I can at very least make content. And though at the current moment I only have a very few subscribers, you know, I am thankful that somebody wants to watch said content. So yes, I auditioned for Hololive previously, and possibly could have been one of Hollow Stars Tempest's members. But alas, I was not. So you're stuck with me. I didn't necessarily put a lot of faith in my auditions. You know, I wanted it to go good, but I knew that it was probably going to be a long shot for me, because I started the YouTube channel, and then it was about a month later. So when I submitted my first audition, and that was rejected, apparently, clearly. And so I was like, okay, well, at least I recall this, but I couldn't find it again. I recalled during that first audition submission, it's like, hey, you know, if we reject you, you know, wait 3 months before attempting to apply again. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. Sure, you know, that's probably something that might be something they did after Nene, you know, supposedly badgered them about joining, allegedly. You know, I don't know if that's truly the case. Supposedly, at least I've heard, you know, from, I saw the clip, that's supposedly that's what she did. But anyway, so yeah, then I submitted again. I submitted a second, so I waited 3 months about, and then submitted a second audition about 3 months later. It was actually right around the time of my birthday stream. So I figured it was kind of, so to speak, a birthday present to myself, you know. Submit again, and, you know, maybe we'll get accepted that time. But, and I think I made it far more interesting than my first audition. In my opinion, at least. But clearly, it was not still what they were looking for. So, yeah, that's the story of some of the channel's origins and all that wonderful stuff. You know, it'd be cool to have the support of a agency to kind of back me up and help me, you know, get my content really out there. Because that's the hardest thing for me, is I probably don't have the best outreach for, you know, my content, and maybe that's why, part of the reason why I have so few subscribers. You know, I don't have a Twitter, for example. to broadcast things. I don't, have a. Heck, I'm not even like a YouTube member. I don't even get monetization off my YouTube videos still. Not that I'm complaining. I don't do this. I don't do this for the money. That being said, wouldn't hurt if I did make a little money off of it. Doing this is a lot more fun than doing my ranger work. That actually earns me elven coins capable of surviving on. But just at the moment, it's not. At the moment, it is not meant to be, and so it isn't. Cool. So we've got. Let's move our shulkers. Technically, our orange one here is already full. Yeah. I'm not I know it may sound it based on what I just said, but I'm actually not bitter about being rejected. Like I said, I started doing this to prove to myself that I could do this. And I'm not going to say it's been easy. There are definitely times where it's been hard. I don't necessarily like the fact that I often feel like I could do better content if I had more time available to me. But, and when I say I had, if I had more time available to me, I mean, not having to feel like I'm rushed from my ranger duties to get back here and stream and then immediately hit the sack so that I can be available for my ranger duties the next day. Because literally when I stream, on the days that I stream, it's pretty much literally what happens. Right after I'm done streaming, I am climbing in bed. It is bedtime for Flezza at that point. That's just so I can function. I'd like to stream. I would like to be able to stream at different times for different, groups of people. Maybe, later for more of the kind of Western US, for example, in Canada. Potentially I could find more audience there. But my schedule just doesn't allow that kind of stuff at the moment. And that's just the way it is. Okay. How are we doing on our sand? Oh boy. Working on the last shulker. We're almost out of shovel too. Well, I say almost out of shovel. We've used half of our shovel. I still have a little bit of lingering cough from when I was sick. Still a little frustrating because it's been like 2 weeks now since I took a week off because I was sick. It was that irritating. I don't know if irritating is the right word, but it was just that frustrating. You know, my voice was terrible that week, and you know, that's the primary reason why I didn't stream. I didn't feel like I was gonna be making good content. Even the first few days after I started streaming again, I think it might have been pretty obvious that I was still, my voice still wasn't 100% back. But, you know, it was important for me. You know, being away for a week, and even though I released videos, I was not, you know, making content that week that I was gone. And then to come back, you know, I was thinking I was going to be making content. And to not make content and be kind of off for another week, it was, you know, it was getting to the point where, hey, if I don't, you know, if I don't start making content again soon, I'm gonna probably end up stopping making content. Because I have to say, this isn't necessarily just because of my YouTubing content, but my every project that I seem to work on, I seem to hit a point where it's like, you know, I'm not getting what I wanted out of the project. You know, why am I continuing it? You could say something as, you know, oh, you know, don't give up on, you know, the things that you care about. And, you know, I definitely, you know, I care about, you know, different things, you know, that's why I start working on them. You could consider my VTubing here to be a project, and, you know, sometimes I do consider it to be a project, you know. But, you know, if I'm not getting what I want out of a project, or sometimes I realize I've bitten off way more than I can chew. That's slightly even more frustrating when it comes to a project. For me, is when I realize I've underestimated the scope or the gravity of the project that I'm working on. And I realize I am, not prepared, or whatever the case may be, for some reason or another, I am not prepared for the project that I have set out to do. And unfortunately, sometimes it just becomes easier to put aside the project entirely. And I kind of hate doing that because sometimes I put so much work into, projects, that it feels almost like a waste to say, oh, I'm going to give up on this project or that project, or whatever the project is. I'm giving up on the project, and for something like this, my VTubing project, it's not something I want to give up on. Sure, it's hard. Sometimes it's frustrating. I still have not solved all the technical glitches all the time. I mean, heck, you just look at the Mario Kart stream last week, once again, I guess the cable connection or whatever was went wonky, and not my screen, your view of my screen froze up, and blah blah blah, and it was messy. Lag spikes, even on things that shouldn't have lag. I actually did. So yesterday, I did a lot of I did some testing, because I said in the schedule, we have 2 potentially new things, coming this week, and I wanted to make sure that they worked properly. It's a good dang thing that I did that. I did a test yesterday to make sure, things would be good for streaming. And I realized the RPG that, I was going to play on this coming Saturday is not functioning properly. So I now need to find another new RPG to put in that place, because I want it to be an RPG. I feel like the cornerstones of my gaming, and I think what I'm going to make the cornerstones of this channel, when it comes to gaming, is we're going to do primarily RPGs and RTSs, or strategy games. Maybe not, there's not really many good RTSs anymore, especially modern ones. I feel like you really have to kind of throw back. You kind of have to throw back to find some really the good RTSs. But for me, that's just the kind of It's the kind of content I want to make. You know, I want to make RPG content, and I want to make RTS, well, or RTS slash strategy game content. You know, occasionally, you know, it's fun to throw in other stuff. I would consider the Jack and Daxter collection that we just finished up to be more kind of RPG. You know, it had platformer elements, but you know, especially the first one. But I feel like you know, those, especially 2 and 3 for Jak and Daxter, were more of RPGs than they were platformers. You know, you're free to disagree with me on that. What was I just saying? What was I just saying? Oh, right. But, yeah, so, like I said, I want to focus on primarily RPGs and RTSs, or strategy games, just in general. So, you know, we're going to have more of that kind of content in the future. But I realized the RTS, I'm just going to say it's an RTS, that I wanted to have, I think it was on Thursday. Not looking at my schedule right now, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's for Thursday. The RTS that I want to do on Thursday is gonna function properly. I was scared that wasn't gonna function. I wasn't scared that the RPG wasn't gonna function, and then the RPG surprised me by not functioning. Excuse me. And the RTS worked flawlessly. So, reversal of fortunes there. So, yeah, there's going to be some good, well, new for the channel, RTS strategy, RTS gaming. But, got to figure out the RPG now. It's okay. I have several RPGs that I had, that I want to put on the channel. I just gotta get them. 3 shulker boxes of sand. We finally finished that. And we didn't break our shovel. Got dang near close, though. We're actually going to take this coal. That's it? Seriously? Do I have any extra... Oh, there's like a whole shulker of sand there. To the nether. Woohoo. So now we're gonna hunt some glowstone, because That's needed as well. Oh, that felt good. So once we get back to kind of the nether hub, we're going to go down into the nether and hunt glowstone. A risky prospect. We might actually store some of this stuff. Do we store it or do we... We'll put it somewhere. Somewhere safe. Need glowstone, 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 glowstone. Should I take my fortune pick or my silk touch? Well, I mean, should I use one or the other? I think, down into the nether proper. I have to go far for glowstone now. Harvested most of the glowstone that's local I can think of. I have a mod on the server here that removes the explosiveness of Ghast's projectiles. So if you're wondering why I'm not getting exploded by Ghasts, or brick or blocks aren't getting exploded by Ghasts, that's the reason. That's the most annoying things about Ghasts, in my opinion. Is that they just, they explode your bridge or blocks from underneath you if you're using, like, netherrack. Yeah, run. Run, you little jerk. I just slaughtered all your adults. Some more netherrack. Build a platform underneath this glowstone formation. I don't know how much glowstone I'm going to grab here initially. Probably maybe a stack or two. Oh, that's way too far. We only need to go to about here. That's far enough this way. It's far enough this way. Boom. Got it. Okay, I think here. Uh-huh. this is the pathway that we previously constructed that goes to the stronghold before I relocated the nether portal for that to the nether roof. It's not a very big patch. Used to sit right here. I want large patches of glowstone, please. Like that. Oh. Gosh, I don't really want to form a platform underneath it, but that's what we kind of need. What about this one? This is a pretty good patch, and we can just go up to it. That's even better. Work we don't have to do is better. Break it and send it all to the ground. Okay, got it all. Yummy, yummy glowstone. Get that silly little mushrooms out of the way. Some extra netherrack for this. Oh, this way. Why do all the best patches have to be right over the lake of lava? Nice. Take advantage of this patch. We need 8 more to get 2 stacks. How? So it'll be a little bit more than 2 stacks, but hey, it's gonna be worth it. I mean, we'll need more anyway, eventually. There's no way that 2 stacks is gonna be enough to no way that 2 stacks is going to be enough to complete the tower as I newly see fit. So, we'll gather up what we can while we can. But I kind of I don't want this to just necessarily be a grinding stream. But it looks like that's what it's going to be, because we've already been going almost the typical amount of time of a stream here, so yeah, basically 2.5 stacks. Basically. Just double check. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. I don't have the warehouse's nether portal coordinates written down. How do I not have that? Well, let's do some quick math. Quick math. Should be at about negative -438. -438, 524-ish. It's not exactly there, but it should be. It should put us close. Okay, so we need to go this way for the negative. Nope, this way. Oh, this is wrong too. Oh gosh. No, no, no. Heal, please. Heal, 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 heal. Stop being on fire. Stop being on fire. Thank you. Thank you. What did I just say? 524. Okay. So we do need to go this way a little bit. And then we need to go back this way. Ow. Oh, I can't see. Okay, we still need to go this way. Okay, now I know where we are. That's familiar. There's the tunnel. Okay, now I know where we are. Back to the roof. And through the portal. Actually, back to the roof. Let's repair our shovel before we leave the nether. It's quite loud here. So, we'll repair the shovel before we head back out to the observatory site. Like I said, I think unfortunately we're not going to finish this build before she graduates. But I guess if I can't get the RPG to work, or I can't get the new RPG to work, we could just come back to Minecraft and grind on this tower for several hours. But I don't think that's what I want to do. I definitely want to you know, get that all working and such. Anyway, we're done grinding. Whew. It's risky when I do that, but it's cool when it works. Okay, come on. Okay, come on. I want to take off. There we go. Southward. Back to the observatory. Which if we just head straight south, we should be able to find in time. It's about 6,000 blocks out. I should write down the coordinates of the observatory too. It'd be really bad if I lost the observatory. Look at that, it's raining. This is the birch forest I think it's in. Oh hey, I've ruined another portal. What's it got? Some nuggets, listening melon slices, fire charge. Not really a whole lot. Okay. I have lost the observatory. That's great. Great work, Flezza. Just go back to the beginning of the stream, see what your coordinates were. It's actually a fantastic idea. Why don't I do that? I keep the stream open in the background. Negative 33, 22, 61, 20. Give or take a little bit. Negative 33. Okay, so we're a little bit too far south. Here it is. Alrighty. Thank you everyone so much for coming to today's stream. Realized it wasn't the most exciting stream. It ended up being a bit of a grind. But sometimes that's what you got to do to realize the projects that you're trying to do. I will see you guys in the next stream. Tomorrow, where we will be playing. What are we playing again? Oh, we're not playing anything. We're doing some writing and some chilling. So please look forward to that. I look forward to seeing you and having a chance to do some writing, you know. It's very nice. It's calming, relaxing to do. I will see you guys there. And until then, everybody, take care. Stay safe. All that wonderful stuff. My name is Flezza. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.